Hey guys, so you want to make music in a more portable way. This guitar here, it's hard to see in this shot, but first of all let's have a look at this PA system. I can raise this tripod up a bit. Just put that here. Okay, so this is a PA system on wheels. Comes with a dragability like that. It's got a bunch of inputs on the back. It's got an internal battery and it's even got a Bluetooth receiver. Plus it comes with a microphone. So that is a loud busking amp. You can also plug in external power, but the internal power lasts for about 6 hours. It's really loud. Like this microphone's always wired into it. It's very minimal with the special effects though. It's got echo, but that's it. So it's pretty loud if going to be in the street performing. But it's really big. I just want to ride my motorbike somewhere and pull over on the footpath and start playing music to people, make some money, and then just keep going. This guitar is Martinez, fairly cheap guitar. Got an input there, and I would normally run a lead from this guitar into that PA system, and then mount this microphone onto a stand. This also comes with a tapo, which is a capo mixed with a tuner. I don't know if it's too bright in here to see that. But yeah, basically, it's a vibrational tuner. Not much I can do about the lighting in here. I'm using an iPad 6 to film this at the moment. But, so the problem is, it's all too big, right? I want it smaller. And it starts with the battery. So here I've got two little battery packs. These ones are 2400 milliamp hours, 2.4 amp hours. You can charge them using a Samsung adapter or a Type C, whatever it is, USB and a lightning connector. And it's got 4 outputs with 2.4 amps each. If you hold the button down on the side, it's also a pretty bright torch. And it's powered also, it also gets charged if you leave it out in the sun. So I've got 2 of those. Then I needed something to act as a speaker. And that other speaker was too big, so I thought I'll get myself a Megaboom. Not a Megaboom 3, because obviously Bluetooth has a delay, it's got too much latency to use. So I needed the Megaboom 1, which has an auxiliary input, which allows me to have 0 lag. Really hope this has enough, it's got enough brightness for you. But now, because I'm just using that, and there's nothing to plug into it, there's no mixing panel on the back, so I had to buy this. It's a mixing desk. And this one runs on 5 volts, perfect. USB. At the moment, I just bought this switch so I can just switch it on and off. But I'm getting a panel because there'll be multiple things I want to plug into that USB power pack as well, right? Such as the recharging for my microphones. I've taken them out of the box. But basically, they look like this. And because this doesn't have a wireless RF receiver built into it, it does have Bluetooth receiver built into it though. This also comes with a chargeable receiver. Put that into the microphone socket. Now, the next thing I needed to do was plug this into there. It has a left and right speaker output, 1/4 inch. Red is for right, white or black is for left. So now I can turn this thing upside down. And now it's direct, see?
50% charge.
What? I left that charging the whole night. Must be something wrong with the charging device. Okay, so if I switch on that microphone receiver and then switch off on this microphone, this is not the standard 2.4 gigahertz either. 2222. Power on. 2222. 222. 2222. Whoa, jeez. Fiddly, that looks like quite. I'm actually trying to get a refund. The microphone was. It's very clear, sensitive diaphragm in this microphone as well. 2222. Ladies and gentlemen, blah 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 blah. The thing is, this is dodgy, but it's brand new, so I might have to take it back. That's why so many of these other. It's just because I'm in the bathroom, see? So that's going to work, but I'm going to get that replaced because this entire section on the top of the speaker, once you open it all up, can be replaced. But I should get that replaced because I've only just bought them last month. The next thing we need is a guitar. And I've been using this one, right? And with a guitar lead. But the lead was too long and cumbersome, and this guitar's cumbersome too, whatever. So I ended up buying these Airbridge transmitter and receiver. Now this is just a 2.4 gigahertz receiver, so I might have inadvertently open a garage door with it. So that's the transmitter side. That's not good. And that's the receiver side. So you can see they're paired because I previously just held that button down while I held the other button down. Paired as well. You've got to remember, if you have a guitar like this internal battery will just get chewed up if you leave anything plugged into this guitar socket. Unfortunately, there's no off switch for the guitar. The moment you plug that in, it's active, and it starts chewing up this 9-volt battery. There are echo effects and so on this device as well. But look at the size of this guitar. This is not the sort of thing that I can just fit in my backpack, right? But I'm just going to turn these things off because they chew up battery. I don't mind so much about the power banks because they can be charged by the sun or anything easily. But the 9-volt batteries are not rechargeable. This one requires extra charging as well. They say that lasts for 6 hours. It might, but I'm yet to see that. The microphone uses 2 AA batteries inside. This box, by the way, comes with 2 microphones. They're both really good. That was $160, but I think if you're in America, it only costs $60. Bastards. Now, what am I going to do about the guitar? The guitar, right? Oh, by the way, there's something else here that I've realized was not really helping me. When there's traffic and everything going past in the street where you're playing, obviously, with portable music, where else are you going to be playing portable music? You might just want to go to a wedding and take this little set with you because it's all going to fit in your bag, right? You don't need this box. But you do need a fold-back system. And so what I have here is a UHF transmitter. And I won't be able to show you exactly what else is going to happen, but that's the 3.5 millimeter cable, male to male. And then this is a $10 really fancy short gold plated 3.5 to a 1/4 inch adapter, stereo adapter. So that goes into the headphone socket. And this is the receiver here, which you wear over your ears, put that on your belt. And then these are two in-ear monitors that go over the backs of your ears and go into your ear. These are CCA C10s. They make your show look more professional the way you're wearing these. And you can also hear whenever you make any tiny mistakes, so it's really good. So you'll hear very close up what everyone else hears through the wind. But you also need to pay attention to what everyone else is hearing. You've got to take those out to understand what the public are hearing, obviously. Maybe one ear in, and then when you know it's secure and good audio, you can put both in. Big box soon. Okay, so what do I do about the guitar? By the way, this tripod that I'm currently using with my iPad is actually the device I've used to create hundreds of hours of work of making backing tracks, displaying the chords and lyrics on the screen with all the backing singers and background music and everything. I might supply them on the internet for free if you're lucky, because it's hundreds of hours of work for me. It's just sized perfectly for the iPad to scroll down at exactly the pace. You can see everything at a glance with the chords written out. And also I've transposed it all, usually down about 7 steps, 7 semitones, so that it's in my vocal range. Now here, watch this. It's what a lot of you would have clicked on this video for. This is the Jammy. I just received it, and I'm going to test it out and play it as well. So it comes with some apps from the App Store. I hope I don't have to download stuff like that to make it work. Ooh, does this have to link to? No. I don't know. Let's see. Hopefully it's got some internal firmware or whatever it is and tuned to a normal standard guitar tuning. See, Jammy's the company name, so it's weird to call this a Jammy. This is called a super portable digital guitar with real steel strings. Not a very good name. They could have done more with the name. If they intend for Jammy to be an ongoing company, they should have just given this a better name, like the Jammy 1, right, or something, I don't know. Anyway, here we go. This is a digital guitar, my first time ever seeing one in my whole life. Ready? Can you see this? Oh, that looks precious. Look at that. That is very fancy looking, isn't it? You want one of those. That looks cool. All right. Plastic on top. One section, very heavy, feels nice. On the bottom here we have, I don't really understand what that input is. It looks like is that a C-type or Samsung? I don't really know what that is, but that's a type of USB adapter. And it also comes with I don't know what that writing means either. Some nerd might figure what that means. Okay, so that is clearly a 1/4 inch input jack. That is probably a screw for the mount for the, what do you call it, the box that goes around the outside to keep it stable. And that is either a 3.5mm headphone jack, which I hope it is, that'd be cool. So you can either choose to put it through an amp or just listen through your own headphones. And that I think is, it's got oh, it's depressible as well. They are the thicknesses of high A to low A. That's what it sounds like to play a Jammy without any amplification. this bit here, looks like that. Okay. And this is the other end. It's just shiny. It's nice and heavy. I really like the weight of it. See that? Opening the latch at 30 degree at greater than 30 degrees might break the locking device. Ooh. So it's not very break proof. Let's look at the internal components in there. Can you see that? And this end here looks like it's really for a strap connection, probably. That's another audio input of some sort. Okay. That's magic. Look at this. There's a button here. I might have to press that because it's stopping. Oh, that's a power button. Look, did you see a purple light come on? It's a little purple light came on. Don't know if I should force it. Should I force it? I don't want to force it. I know that has to go in there, but okay, thank you for telling me. There's a little reminder for myself. I'd say that thing, yeah. Okay, so when you pull on that, this part comes down. I'm surprised it matters when it's going in. I probably could force it in. So that's intact now. That is one hell of a guitar. Look at that thing. Get the box out of the way for a second. I'll open it up here in a second. I want you to see what this looks like on its own. This is the Jammy. Focus. It's Jammy intact. It's got a really nice heavy weight to it, although it does feel like you don't want to drop it. I don't know how rainproof it is either, if you're going to be playing this in the street. But there's a shoe. That's what these strings sound like. Click, 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 click. These sort of tension, this feels, these are rubbery, they're the same. And each component of this fretboard appears to have an independent sensor. You see that? You see every single line on every single fret has a sensor on it. Where do they go down in that neck bit? Just disappear in there. Can't figure out how to exactly change it. I guess if you unscrew those two things, you could probably change the strings if you ever break them. Okay, this light has gone to a different color now, blue. What happens if I hold it? Oh, now it's turned purple. Now it's turned off. Okay. So what does this feel like? It feels soft and squishy. Do other fret? Has it got a nice action? You can see the action there. Okay, so play A minor, E, C. There are no dots at the top of the guitar. I might have to put some stickers on there because I kind of really need to see that. On the front, obviously, it's 3, 5, 7, 9, 12, 15. The distances feel the same as a normal guitar. Doesn't focus. So if we look at those, that starts and ends. So if they line up. So 1, 2, 3. They're a little bit. Where's 12? So yeah, that's 12. So it's about the same. That there is the 12 there on the Jammy, and the one where the dolphin is on the guitar, that's where it is on the guitar. So it's slightly shorter, but I'm sure there are variations in guitar builds. It's nice enough to hold. Now, feeling this as a guitar, it feels like there's nowhere to really stabilize this as you hold it. I mean, just play stable. You could probably do some really good fire twirling stuff with it, and then you just go, right? So yeah, this is quite soft. I don't really need to tighten it, but if I do, it would be nice to make these a little bit tighter, I think, because look at how flexible they are by default. See? That's quite flexible. I wouldn't be surprised if there's something that goes in there to tighten all of this. That exists like a tightening mechanism that exists behind there. Because you see how flexible that is. That's very, very... Okay, just gonna put mute on that. Yeah, cool. So, Jammy, awesome. So that's the same size, basically. Just a little bit shorter when you get to the 12th fret. It's almost in alignment with the 11.5 fret. 15 is like 14.5 there. Just on this particular guitar. Okay, sorry, I received a phone call and it destroyed the recording, even through my iPad, because it's set up for messages, which is stupid of me. I should just disconnect it. Don't need my iPad to be connected to my... So does it feel weird to play this? I've connected the bass on as well. That simply comes in 3 parts, and this bit at the bottom. Lock and roll. That goes into that one spot there, right? And this is 3 pieces which went together. Okay. That's a felty kind of material there. And this bit has a hook on this side. Looks great out of the box. I'm sure it'll get covered in fingerprints if I don't keep wiping it. And that's the outside. Okay, and these 3 parts, how are you going to get them in the bag nice and small? Well, they've designed it so that you can just, what's this? Okay, so you see that indentation there and that indentation there? They mate with each other like that. So now that whole thing can just be packed away neatly with that in the box. That's not really something that goes in nicely in a way that works out of the box as well. Anyway, putting these things together is like this. This is the thing that binds everything. This is going to click into the back here. It only goes in one direction. See, it'll go in that way. This bit here says lock and roll. Okay. It has 4 little nubs that stick out, so it clicks. And these bits simply slide in with friction like that. There's no clicking involved when you're putting these two together, or same with this one. You see the downward indentation, that'll go in there as well. Like that. So it's all flush on the back. Then these two parts will mate together. Make sure that's down nice, and then that's locked on now. So that's what the Jammy looks like against a real guitar. I'm not sure exactly where the video cut out before, but basically the fretboard aligns up mostly with this, except the 12th fret is about where the it's about on the 11th, that is the 12th fret, and that lines up with about the 11.5 fret of that. Try saying 11.5 10 times correctly. So Jammy looks like that, okay. Yeah, I don't know if I showed you these sensors. It looks like there's a little sensor on each of these. These strings are way too loose at the moment compared to a real guitar's, you know, one that's been tuned. This has no tune, listen. It's all digital, so it won't matter what these. This is what it'll sound like to somebody who's listening to you when you've got your headphones on. For hours, they'll be listening to that in your bedroom. You think you're not waking neighbours, but maybe that's a little bit too loud, I don't know. So there is a knob up here. I'm not sure if that's going to be something that I can tighten. That sound of something clacking was my taper. Which, if you're going to use a normal guitar, you should get one of these. It's a capo with a tuner built into it, with a screen that's not bright enough to be seen in sunlight, unfortunately. Maybe the battery's a bit flat, but I can see this perfectly at night time. Yeah, really not very dim, is it? Anyway, works really well. If you have a guitar, an analog guitar that needs tuning. Okay, so continuing with the unboxing, that last bit I just showed you was the outer box, soundboard, which is obviously not a soundboard, it's just something to hold against your legs. This internal cardboard here wasn't really made perfectly well to go back in nicely together, but it did its job as far as shipping is concerned. Under here, nothing. This is a little folder. Three little Jammy plectrums, like an electric guitar hard pick. They're all hard picks, not strumming picks. Just gonna strum hard and strings. Playdjammy.com. Yep, open that up, click, do that. Just pictures. Switch among different acoustic and electric guitars and onboard effects, pedals, configurations, change guitar tuning, use metronome, learn to improvise along to backing tracks in different genres, blah, blah, blah. And you can just scan that code now if you want. You go in there and say it. There, just scan that and go straight into that program. Pause it if you need to. Is that in focus enough? There you go. Should work if you pause it. Okay. On the other side, power and charging. So the power button's on the side. It's a power LED here. USB Type C. There's a charging lead. I'm hoping there's one in there. Power button indication. Okay. Less than 5%. And this is 100%. Description, Jammy is off. So grey equals Jammy is off. -5, Jammy is turning on or off. It's red. Or maybe it's purple. It's hard to see in this sunlight. Sunlight ruins my vision. Red is less than 5% and it's on. And white is 5 to 100%, right? Between 5 and 100%, Jammy is on. So it only gives you a red warning light if it's 5% or less. Red and blue flashing equals Jammy is in Bluetooth pairing mode. But that's with, okay. If Jammy is in Bluetooth pairing mode and it's got less than 5% battery, it'll switch between those two. And if it's got between 5% and 100%, it'll be blue. Power LED indication. Green battery is 100% charged. We're talking about this light now, not the one on the side. That's the one with the lights that we're talking about there. With this power LED here, that's 100% charged and battery is charging. So a pretty useless battery readout, I've got to say. You only know if it's 5% or more. That's pretty inaccurate. This is, dear Rocket, thank you for purchasing Jammy. Your Jammy is covered against manufacturer defects from the date of purchase and during 1 year. Limited warranty. Yeah, read that slowly for yourself if you feel like it. The other side. Okay, so this is a piece of paper you probably don't need to read unless you're planning on copying this product and distributing and competing with them. Something like that. So that's everything in there. Okay, this is a few bags with Velcro on them. And buttons. Let's assume that's for the long bit. Yeah, I'm not really that pleased with this guitar case. It's pretty messy. I'll see how it works at the end, but you obviously have to keep them separate so they don't get scratched. Okay, so a lot of those holes would have simply been for the mounts. So they're just, I don't know why there are 3 instead of 2. Maybe they just gave me a bonus one. But that's clearly for the guitar strap. And with some rubber protection, I guess you put that in between there and there. Give me a little screwdriver as well. And an Allen key, which isn't related to these things by the look of it, unless that's for something sort of string tightening. This is a USB Type C connector. And this is the guitar strap. Nice heavy strap, made out of a seat belt by the looks of things. It's very soft. Feels softer on the edges too. Actually, I can cuddle up to that, it's nice. With 2, unfortunately, leather. So I had to kill a cow so I could play music. So that should be strong. The box is now. Okay, so this is everything I got in the box. Okay, that's everything I got in the Jammy box. Now, before I put it away, I want to see that it works. So I'm going to plug in the Jammy. You know, the thing is, I'm just trying to see. Okay, so clearly that is a point to put in the guitar strap, and that's the other end for the guitar strap there for the pegs. I don't know anything about tightening. I didn't see any instructions about tightening these strings at all. And the instruction booklet didn't contain any information about that. In fact, I'm pretty surprised that there wasn't more information about that. Okay, how fast can I dismantle this Jammy without breaking it? Okay, so first of all, I don't really want to do this mid-air, so I've got to sort of face this down on something soft like that maybe. Now put that there. Okay. I don't know how fragile all this stuff is. I hope it's robust, I really do. Okay, so doing it mid-air would be a way you'd expect to do it. But then you kind of need 3 hands for a lot of this stuff, but not really, it's okay. Okay, so I'm worried about these little hooks here getting bent or broken when I pull those things apart. Hopefully it'll stand the test of time. Okay, so that's what this component piece is. Put that together like that. That's that. That's that. And imagine that this strap would have to be removed each time you take your Jammy to pieces as well. And you want to keep this with you in one of these bags do, which we'll now look at. I'll play the Jammy, don't worry. Okay, so I'm just going to chuck this in here. Okay, feels soft and protected. Just does up a little thing like that. It's like what I'd consider the male version of Velcro. Or is it called hooks and loops or something? I don't know what it's called exactly, but Velcro is apparently like a trademark name. This would be the small end, which I'm going to sort of put with this bit facing down, because I don't want this bit to be dropped in the end, and it sort of thins out at the top. Okay, so that's a big one, the small one. I don't know if that's for this. I don't know why that would get its own case. But it fits. This one has a button closer. Soft material, it's nice. There's some internal buttons in there for some reason. Maybe that's to keep something locked in, like strap this, or I don't know. But I assume that's for that. Okay. Now let's see how this system works. I want to know. Okay, so while I do care a little bit about the scratches and everything that could go on there, whipping it out and playing with it instantly, no pun intended, would be more important to me than worrying about a couple of scratches on this guitar. It's going to get scratched up as the years go by anyway. It's very difficult to keep a portable busking guitar nice, you know. But it's really not the sort of thing I really want other people to do. This is interesting. These buttons might be magnets, because look at them. They're not conventional. Maybe they are conventional, but they're just well made. And I've never seen anything so nice, because usually that's hollowed out because I don't bother with that. But that might be a magnet there. Let's see. Okay, so those three. That's like I'd say female, the soft Velcro part, the fuzz part, the hooks. So, which way would the hooks go, you reckon? They go there like that? Because that's the only one that would stick there. You can't have male to male, right? Okay, so yeah, so these ones don't stick together. That middle one sticks to that one. I don't know if they fucked up or if that's what they meant to do. Why would you put one female one there? Can you see what I'm talking about? I don't know what the lighting's like in this room at all. Can you see anything? That's the soft. That's the hook. That's hook as well. Hook, soft, and hook. And this one is hook, hook, hook. Now you can see the problem, right? If that's supposed to be paired together. And then on this other one, you got two soft ones. Soft, soft. So, I don't know what they're expecting me to think here. Okay. Maybe I need to be smarter. I'll try and... It's okay. Maybe this is the clue. Okay, well that's female, right? That's male, and that's male. So I assume these ones want to go together. And in that direction too. So I'd say they made a mistake with this hook, 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 soft. Doesn't make any sense. It's like they've made an error, I don't know. So it's only got one Velcro connection point, and the rest of this is just banging around. I don't see any usefulness in this design. This one has two female and two male. Maybe you guys don't live together. Let's see if they didn't make a mistake. Okay, so why would I want that to go upside down? Because that's what I'd have to do to make those things match, right? Do you see what I'm saying here? That's the back of the buttons. That's the female sides on this one thing, right? That can go there like that. But I assume they want the strings all going the same direction, so this doesn't fall out while that one stays in, right? So the only logical way to do that would be to do that, and then do that. So it's not intuitive assembly. This one has male, so that works. But really hard to put on. Okay. They're not magnets, by the way. And this whole thing feels like I'm banging it around while I'm trying to get all this stuff together as well. Everything is sort of being banged around inside their cases. So there's no real protection. And I'm in a very, like, you never get a bench. Usually you'd be doing this in midair or in your backpack or something. Okay, so that one works with that, okay? So that seems to make sense there. So that should work to that. And that should hook to that. Okay. Everything feels very clumsy and I don't feel safe holding it in any way. I feel like the whole thing's going to fall apart and things going to just break. It's a terrible, terrible design. It's the worst case system I've ever seen in my whole life. And everything feels completely fragile. Like, I'd be better off putting everything in a paper bag. At least then I know that it's not protected and I can just keep it from being scratched or whatever. Or just 3 plastic bags that have the same amount of protection than this fussy bullshit, because it has no properties of protection at all. Now we need to take this with us. So this bag system that they've got, does this go in here with this? Strap. I wouldn't expect to have its own container, but I would expect the system for a guitar to hold the strap. And what about this? Is that why this is here? Is that to hold this cable? They'll be attached to the guitar, so you'll never have to carry them separately. But imagine extra protrusions sticking out of this inside, because those will be on. And you don't need to carry that thing with you. So at the end of the day, you tighten these 3 things, making it a lot slower and harder when you get there to pull this mess apart. A very clumsy bag system, okay? Now, let's put my stereo in position and test out what it's like to unpack in real time the Jammy.
%50 charge.
Okay, so that's the receiver there, and that's the transmitter. You see how in real life things just drop? If you don't make something shock proof, then your product is not ready for the market. So I really hope this Jammy can tolerate. Look, I didn't even unbutton that. I didn't even unbutton it. It just came undone by itself. I will try to devise a better bag system. By the way, I'll just get my backpack. Some people tell me my backpack is actually quite large. I carry my jacket and paperwork and cards and stuff. I've got a rain jacket in there basically, taking up most of the space. And a hat and some things. Okay, and this is the Jammy. Okay, this is the Jammy. Would I feel safe jamming the Jammy into this backpack with the bag folding and bending around? No, see, I'd want to build a hard sort of case. The great thing is it's going to fit, but all of this has to fit in as well. That comes with a lid. So, just turning this off for a second. So, I take 1 or 2 microphones, okay? The Jammy's in there, my raincoat's in there. The Jammy feels like it wants to be levered. These cases are just quite ridiculous, cumbersome, slow to open, and just you can hear them banging against each other. No pun intended. Okay, so that's the battery kit and sound system. Microphone, boom, mega boom auxiliary cable for the desk, and then there's the Jammy. See, it feels very fragile. I don't want to bust it. And obviously the backpack's going to just jam in. Now I've got to put my raincoat in. You're not going to go anywhere without the raincoat. You're going to go street performing. Hopefully the Jammy is waterproof. At least water resistant. Need deodorant as well. And then obviously the iPad would go in the back section of your bag where your laptop goes normally. So you can use that for backing track system. And then you could probably put the tripod system sticking out of here or something. You see this camera is already on a tripod. This is going to be the system that goes with it. This tripod. And those three legs I've already tested can go in there. And then I can just lock them onto there with some kind of clasp or rope or string or something. And that wouldn't be a problem at all, because that's the maximum it's going to stick out, with the iPad holder sticking out about there as well. So while I'm riding my motorbike, that whole system will be quite fine. Otherwise, I'll have to take it back more along this scale. But even then, the tripod is going to be sticking out probably. But it gives me more open space to access everything. I could choose to disconnect this front section as well if I want. And just have it like that. It's on wheels. Not going to be that massively heavy. Most of this internal structure comes from this mechanism, which allows you to obviously drag it. And then inside there are back straps, so you can wear it. Not uncomfortable, you'll be fine on a motorbike as well. So I could put it all in a bag like that, but I would have to, if I wanted the tripod to fit in there completely, I wouldn't. I just strap it in. In which case I might be okay to take that smaller bag, but then it's very clunky to get in there. Not as nice. But yeah, I won't be on public transport. I'll just be going into the street. I'll have the big bag. I can have my stuff. I can collect all the money that gets thrown at me. And when I get there, if I use this kind of bag, by the way, that's what some people walk around with, a tiny little bag like that. This is the bag I use on a daily basis. And this is the bag I'm talking about using for busking. So if I used this one, it would be less of a struggle. Gee, it feels so awkward. This feels so expensive and breakable. Okay, that's the battery pack with all the sound system. Easily fits as well. the microphone. And Mega Boom. It all easily fits. And then this, which might either go in there and then unlock this shut. Anyway, let's listen to the Jammy. By the way, when you get this out, you'll need a place to place it down in the street. 99% of the time you won't have a bench. This will be done on the ground, on the concrete, on the road, right? So say goodbye to your shiny, beautiful exterior. This thing is gonna get scratched up. What you wanna worry about is the sensitivity of these little things. Are they waterproof? Water resistant at least, from a bit of rain. Because you would never play a portable instrument in a place that's not outdoors, that I can think of. So, because we live on Earth and the Earth is 70% water, only a dickhead would create a product that didn't withstand water. So those sensors need to not be destroyed or ruined by a bit of rain while you're playing in the street, because that's why anybody would buy this. If you have another reason for buying a Jammy that's not related to busking, please let me know. Maybe you just ride a motorbike and you're in a band. I want to throw this out straight away. I'll find a replacement system for that. And this having its own little purse is gay. Alright, so that goes there. I'll put the pegs on the Jammy after. This needs to go after being base down on the concrete. Now it needs to go face down on the cement in the park, wherever it is. Where you click it together like that. And then click it down like that. And at that point you can either just put the strap on or add these. I don't know what it would look like to play the Jammy without this. I suppose these things could go the other way around if you're left-handed as well. If you want the scratch board to be on the other side, I assume that'll just be. But I just hope, for my sake, it's one way only, because I don't want to have to keep checking every time. Now, not only the strings have to be pressed down, this also has to be pressed down in the concrete even more, unless you want to try and do this in mid-air. Okay, so I'm holding like that, mid-air, very fragile, but still strong. I don't know. Then this, and then this bit, which is smash it into position, and then click it like that. Okay, luckily that is good for a right-handed player down there. Okay. This is the receiver. The volume for mic 2, that's on. And when I turn that on, that should pair. It's pairing. Yeah, that's paired. And now, is this on? Yeah, power's on. I don't see any reason why that shouldn't be putting out some noise the moment I plug this thing in, unless this requires some download. Okay. Nice firm connection. Power on the Jammy here. I expect to be able to just play a string there, but there's nothing there. All right. I don't know what this does. Oh, I see a problem. Can you see what it is? No speaker, man. All right. I'll turn this down a bit just so I get this down. Sorry, switched on. Just for a sound test, I'm going to put the mic in. Because that Jammy is flashing. Oh, that's pairing mode. It's trying to pair. No, I don't want it to pair. Don't pair. Just use the lead. I hope it's not trying to pair. How do I make it not want to pair? Because I've already got this plugged in, right? I don't need that to pair. By the way, this thing almost folds in there. Wish it did completely, that'd be awesome. Still not bad though. It's a weapon of mass destruction. Look at it. Do you want your body in a couch? Right. Okay, so is the microphone even working? Let's have a look. Okay, so the microphone's not even working. Is it the auxiliary, dodgy auxiliary port here? It's that dodgy auxiliary port. That works. So, how's Jammy? Wow, that's weird. Wow. This trick doesn't work. Whoa, it's hard to mute the string. Okay, watch this. Oh no, there's a delay. Wow, not sensitive enough. Oh man. Fuck, that's gonna be bad. I feel like I'm playing with a prototype now. Listen to the volume difference. Doesn't matter how hard I pluck it, it always comes out soft from the speaker. And sometimes not at all. Listen. I'm just turning it all up, ready? Muting the string barely works at all. Whoa! I must have switched modes. That'd be good if you can remember what your settings are. Now let's see what these sensors over here do. By the way, this bit right here is sharp, very sharp. I'm feeling this right on the edge of my finger while I'm on my leg. It hurts. It's like a blade sticking out. It's a major detraction. I don't know what to do with this. Does it even come out? Why is that looking like it's separate? I don't remember that part being... Oh wait, I just pulled it out. Oh, right. What the fuck is that? Well, whatever it is, it'll cut your throat open. It's definitely work on cutting my wrists. And by the way, it's made out of thin plastic. That is the most breakable thing I can imagine. That feels completely breakable. So it can sit on your leg like that, I suppose. What happened to the wood? Oh no. Mute. The chances of a string muting are about 10%. The chance of a string playing appear to be about... I just tried to silence it and I couldn't. Listen to the difference in volumes between each string. Doesn't even make any sense. Quiet. So, zero chance of muting. You can't play gently. Shut up. Silence. Not being able to silence those strings is a major problem. Major, major problem. The fact that this thing feels like a fucking blade. Look at the point of that. Look at that. If I brought out a piece of paper, I would slice through the paper easily. That is stupid. Ow, I nearly cut myself. Like, it slices past your finger as you're putting it back in as well. Damn, they're going to be sued for that. Somebody's going to cut himself really bad on that thing. It's ridiculous. Get rid of the fucking bags that it came with as well. Now, let's look at these sensors here. What happens if I just tap on, tap off? Oh man, that won't silence it at all. Will it? Okay. What is it doing? Mute. Now I'm hoping that in the process of shipping this, they have not tightened these enough for the sensitivity to be correct or something. If this is not the case, because they're really loose, they're really, really, really loose. They need to be tightened up here somehow. That's for the guitar strap. So if I unscrew that, maybe there's a place for the Allen key to tighten all of these together as one system, or maybe 6 different tighteners for Allen key to tighten all of them, just for the resistance, so I can feel that, and maybe that will make them work better. Don't forget, this is a live guitar right now, making barely no noise coming out of the speaker. What does it feel like to the fingers? This is what it feels like on a guitar. Oh, and by the way, I just want to prove to you that none of those reaction issues were because of this RF transmitter. This is not Bluetooth, by the way. This is direct RF transmission. Bluetooth is a shit technology with delays and latency, lag, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so this is instantaneous. So I've taken it out of the Jammy. I put it straight into this Martinez. Okay. See? Instant. No lag or anything. Okay? There is no lag. There is no lag here. Right? Doing the same thing. Nothing's changed. It's exactly the same, I promise. Okay, the Jammy's still turned on. Hopefully it kind of goes to sleep if there's nothing being touched for a while. Hopefully, but not in a nuisance kind of way. Not if you're like, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to present, and then this thing's fucking turned itself off. I don't know, maybe you just have to be extra cautious and remember to turn it off. I don't know, that's a good question. Okay, what does it like to play an actual song? Let's see. Fuck, that thing just nearly tore a hole in my jeans just then. So this is like just fucking sit there, right? So I'm gonna play it. Putting it sideways, you can see how this just wants to dig into everything. Okay. All right, just do Wild Thing, ready? Okay, instantly, I accidentally played there, right? Because that's where my hand wanted to go, but I gotta remember back here, okay? What the fuck? This cannot be the way this is supposed to perform. I'm just playing A, D, and E, right? Okay, it's got some stupid setting going. Can you see what's happening? Sometimes it'll have sustain from just ringing out. No, not that time though. That time it didn't. That time it didn't. That time it did. I hope to Jesus and Lucifer and every other fucking god or fucking angel who ever lived that this has yet to be adjusted based on some instruction manual on the internet. Otherwise, I want a refund. I will reply on any comments about updates to whether or not it was about settings. But so far I can tell you this thing doesn't work. This is going to take somebody's eye or leg or cut their fucking wrist open because it's fucking sharp. It's a stupid idea made of cheap, shitty plastic that's easily going to break. And once you break it, this entire part will have to be repurchased or whatever. Silencing it, even just picking up and moving this guitar around makes unwanted noises. I was really excited about the Jammy, but unfortunately, unless there's some adjustment that I'm unaware of, so far it's acting like a piece of shit. I really, really hope that thing is not completely shit as it seems. I know that the bags that it came with for cases are the worst packaging system I've ever seen in my whole life. The responsiveness of the strings, that's still plugged. Okay, it's responding to the muting there. Why is that fucking G so quiet? Listen to the volume of the other ones. I'm not doing anything on this side. Fucking shut up. And now just gently. There's like a 10% chance a string will play or mute. It's broken. Wait. That played the string that I didn't even press. Oh my God. Don't even think about sliding your finger up the fretboard. It doesn't understand that at all. Now, if they knew that a client like me would be buying one of these things, taking it out of the box, and this would be what they heard, shut up, it won't mute. Shut up. You just wouldn't, you'd just say, sorry, here's a refund, we weren't actually able to make the product as we intended. You would not start shipping. If you were thinking about buying a Jammy, wait for further news on this video stream, because this thing, unless there's some method of tuning this in that I have not seen, you saw the paperwork that it came with in the box, right? There was nothing else in the box, no other instructions. This looks awesome, right? But it does not fucking work. This toggles between different memory settings of which style of guitar sound you want. Which is a good idea. That's a good system, but there's no display for you to know which mode you're in at any given time. So you could inadvertently have clicked on this and then it's fucked you over for the show. You'd want to make sure that you've only got two, like overdrive and not overdrive. Like, what's it like for just playing basic chords? A, A, D, D, E, E. It doesn't work. I really hope that there's an online manual for this thing, because this does not work if I don't tighten these things. I'm hoping. I've got to go, I've got things to do, but which are related to music as well. So I'll be going to see a bunch of musicians tonight. I'm going to a live gig and they'll all want to know about this, which I will not be taking with me. Unless it works by the time I've looked up on this app. Okay? Play Jammy. Is it an app? Play Jammy app. This is the App Store, by the way. Jammy app. Guitar lessons, Fender Play, Jammy guitar. Metronome and backing tracks app. Jammy food and drink. It talks about metronome and fuck. I'm not going to share my fucking password. That's why I don't want to show people my fucking phone. They always see shit that's going on. Okay, so it's downloading. Added help for your Jammy sensitivity settings. Oh, thank fuck. So it could be firmware related. Gee, they didn't title this app properly. Improvise long to backing tracks using the given set of notes. Metronome. Okay, so this app is badly named, but then you know that this is not called a Jammy, right? It's from the company Jammy, but it's actually called Super Portable Digital Guitar with Real Steel Strings. That's the name of this product. Otherwise, they would have put the title of the product in big letters. And if that's not the company name, it's the product name, then what is the company name? Is it playjammy.com? Is that their company name? Oh, here we go. RND64 Incorporated. RND64. Jammy is a registered trademark of RND64. All other product names or trademarks are the property of their respective owners. Let's hope they've got a good name, a good reason for that name, because that's not memorable as a company. So I guess it is called a Jammy from the company RND64. Research and Development 64. I don't know what that means. Sure they got a reason for it. Bad name. Jammy is a gay name as well, by the way. It's the concept that I like. I'd rather not tell people I'm playing a Jammy. It ruins the electrical vibe of this fucking awesome looking thing. If it worked well, if it does work well after this app is downloaded and I can change the sensitivity or whatever, then I won't be telling people it's called a Jammy, especially hot chicks, all right? Jammy sounds like Teddy. It's my teddy bear. It's like it's my blankie. You know? Jammy sounds cute. It's like something you'd put on your desk with a bobble head. That would be Jammy. This thing should be a fucking electric machine, or no, electrico or some shit. I don't know. Digital guitar. Blend those words together. I don't know. But not Jammy. Sounds a cross between gay and childish. Okay? doesn't matter. If this thing works after syncing with this app, which is still loading. Oh, wait, it's finished. I have Jammy Guitar, I just want to use this app. See, I have Jammy Guitar is not proper English, is it? For those of you who speak English as a first language, you know that that is not correct English. Turn Jammy on, exclamation mark. What mode is that? Bluetooth, CG. Turn Jammy on. Yes. Got the blue. Next step. Press and hold volume button for 5 seconds. My volume button or that volume button? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are we syncing this, or do I have to press that volume button? See, this was not made or designed by a genius who understands the public, right? It's not user-friendly, bad interface. Conceptually, okay, can you see what's happening? I can't see the camera anymore. Holding for 5 seconds. Now this light here, which is not connected to that volume control, is now flashing blue, okay? Done. You find each other? There we go. Make your choice and strum on Jammy to check sound. Clean electric guitar or acoustic steel string. Next, make your choice and strum on Jammy to check the sound. Fuzzy funk. Romantic goth. Glam metal. Clean sound. Fuzzy punk, noisy shoegazing, rock ballad, metal 90s, rock solo. Alright, country and blues rock solo. Clean, finish. Update Jammy's firmware. Next, it says get some new guitar sounds, cool songs, and software updates so your Jammy runs smoothly. By the way, this is way too dark grey. It looks neat. The update will take up to 4 minutes. Continue. Firmware downloading started. And now, in tiniest writing possible up here, very tiny writing, they've got the percentage. At least it tells you. There's no reason not to give us a larger upload status display. Okay, so it tells me Jammy, got a little cog there. I don't want to press it because I don't trust that they've developed it well enough to make that not cancel the download of the firmware. Top right, that's good. It shows you Jammy's 80% battery life. And I haven't charged this, it's out of the box at 80% now after playing with it for a few minutes. Let's see if that descends at all while I'm holding it. It's just gone to 79. Metronome, download button is still going. Oh, I must be Bluetoothed to that Mega Boom with this phone, because that's where the sound's coming out. With the beats per minute. Backing tracks. I bet they try and sell heaps of stuff. Bluesy rock, fire blues. That's coming out of the speaker. Maybe this is linked to the Jammy, which is linked to that. Maybe that's what's happened. The phone links to the Jammy, and whatever comes out. If I turn off Bluetooth, we'll see what happens. Oh no, but I need the Bluetooth because I'm accessing that firmware. Okay. I can't turn off Bluetooth at the moment because it's only 72% downloaded. So I can't tell you for sure if this phone was once paired with that Mega Boom speaker, or if it's going through the Bluetooth pairing with the Jammy and then all of it's being output via this QVAV transmitter. Okay, so the firmware is now 76. So this library goes from there. Read through some of that if you want. To there. So they're all open source. You've got genres and metal. So my library is only as big as what I've got. That's all the... Okay. Update Jammy's firmware. That just interrupted what I was doing to do that, by the way. Connect to Jammy guitar in Wi-Fi settings. To install update, connect to your Jammy's temporary hotspot in Wi-Fi settings and come back to the Jammy app. Select the Jammy Wi-Fi. Okay, so what am I doing? Am I making this thing output a Wi-Fi signal of its own? Or is it already doing that? To install update, connect to your Jammy's temporary hotspot to Wi-Fi settings and come back to the Jammy app. Right, okay, so that's just a picture. That's an image that doesn't do anything, right? So it's telling me to go in here. I don't want you to see my fucking... All right. Okay, so enter the password for Jammy. Okay. What do the Jammy apps say to do? Enter a password. This is the password here. 876543321. Okay. I was thinking, why are they giving me such a big number to remember? Because WEP or whatever they call up, WPA passwords have to all be 8 digits at least. So that's why they had to do that. Okay, enter a password, copy password. Oh, okay. I could have just pressed that to copy the password instead of. Okay, now upload is 1%. I don't know if it's continuing what it's doing with the firmware. Yeah, 3-4%. Okay, 6-7-8%. So I think what's happening right now is I'm in the middle of some sort of cancerous fucking connection between these two devices. It's giving me testicular cancer. So just monitor how quickly that takes place between. I'm trying to make that focus by pressing the other thing. Okay. Jammy connected. 78% battery. Can you, like, it didn't give me an alert to say the firmware has been updated now, or do I still need to connect? It doesn't tell me what's happening with the Wi-Fi connection. Do I just assume it's finished, or did I interrupt it by pressing a button on the screen, or did the Wi-Fi cut out? Did it complete? I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to go through every menu on this thing. Here you go. Pressed on the cog. Jammy firmware 1. Update Jammy's firmware. I just did. The update will take 4 minutes. Connect Jammy to Wi-Fi. I've done it. Doesn't seem to understand that I've done it. I already have done it. It says Jammy connected. So why is it telling me to do that again? Maybe it just disconnected on its own, because Jammy's not connected anymore. Jammy's not even a Wi-Fi option anymore. The Jammy option went away, by the way. I just went into my Wi-Fi. The Jammy option is no longer there. So doing that does nothing. I can copy that all I want, but that Jammy does not exist anymore. Update Jammy's firmware. Continue. Connect to Jammy guitar in Wi-Fi settings. I swear to you, I don't want to show you all my shit, but it does not fucking exist, man. It's searching all Wi-Fi signals. It might find some neighbors things, but it's not finding the Jammy, and it's not finding anything. It's not finding any other. It's definitely not finding a Jammy. Okay, that's clearly some neighbor, right? Fuck. Jammy sensitivity. Bending vibrato. It's an on-off button of some sort. Did you see that? I hope that was a wake issue just then. The spike has to be pulled out. It's very disturbing how sharp that is. Take a closer look at this, will you? If you want to kill somebody in some futuristic sci-fi movie, that would be the blade you'd do it with. So the Jammy works not only as a busking guitar, but also as a fucking stabbing fucking device for people who don't like your music. Okay. So the firmware update didn't give me any confirmation. The Wi-Fi is no longer connected to the Jammy, even though it says Jammy connected just there. Strings are no longer operative when they don't want to be. Maybe have to work on the sensitivity thing here. And it'll be my fault if it doesn't pair correctly. By the way, I am in the Jammy app now. I'm in the app. Am I supposed to be clicking on some of the blackness? There's nothing happening on this fucking screen except for the Jammy's battery level and saying Jammy connected. Did you see how long? Okay, this had better be. I'll tell you what, this is a fucking nightmare. I'm not happy with this purchase. If this is just one day of setup, then maybe it'll be okay at the end, but I have to shut down the Jammy app. There's no other way out. It was just crashed. It was just a black screen. Make sure Jammy is turned on and placed nearby. Yes. Connecting Jammy. Make sure it's turned on and placed nearby. Yes, it remembers my setting from before. Update Jammy's firmware. Okay, so obviously turning that on fresh, it knows that it's got an old firmware. Okay, so I'm going to go to the hotspot this time, showing you what the fuck's going on, because you know already. Okay, look for it. Jammy, be nice to the phone. The phone's trying to talk to you, Jammy. Oh, fuck, do I have to press this button down for a bit? Okay, that's turning it off. See, that's the off. Okay, now it's off. Hey, look, it works about the same while it's switched off, doesn't it? I'll turn it back on. Okay, turning on. Does it do anything? Still purple. What's that loading? It's supposed to be loading now, is it? What the fuck's that purple light mean? Let's click it again. There you go. It loads. It takes a long time to load at the start. Oh, look, Jammy just suddenly appeared. Let's go. Incorrect password for Jammy. I hate saying the word Jammy. It's embarrassing. Unable to join. Password randomized each time. 876-54321. It's the same. Copy password. Paste. Unable to join the network, Jammy. Oh, it's decided to disappear. Connect Jammy. Connecting Jammy. Jammy connected. Jammy connected status is at the top there, right? Now, backing tracks, home, metronome. Jammy firmware 1.3.4. Can you read that dark grey there in the sunlight? Jammy Wi-Fi hotspot. What some message I just noticed a little dark grey firmware updates file was downloaded. Is that what you wanted to tell me? Because the messages appear for less than 2 seconds and then just disappear out of your face. You can't see what the fuck's going on. Okay, you in Wi-Fi mode somehow now? Okay, now I'm connected to you. Now, what's happening? Uploaded. Okay, I was about to press the Jammy firmware button again because there's no indication that anything's happening except in that fine print at the very top of the screen. Can you see that? I can't deal with holding the Jammy. I've got that back as well. It doesn't look as good with that blade thing sticking out of it, does it? It's dangerous. Okay, so I don't know how to get you to focus on this. Sunshine is a real pain in the ass in today's world. We don't need sunshine anymore. Can somebody please put out the sky? I'd rather just have artificial lighting. Fuck, I'm busting for a cigarette. This is bullshit, man. I'm gonna go to sleep before I go out. Come on. Gotta go to a gig. Jammy connected. What happened to the updating? It said it was updating or uploading or something. What the fuck happened? That went away. I haven't pressed anything on the phone. This update will take up to 4 minutes. Continue. Connect to Jammy Guitar in Wi-Fi settings. Copy password. It switched back to my own Wi-Fi for some reason. I don't know why Jammy's Wi-Fi gets lost. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. Do I have to forget my own network? It's still searching choose network. It can't do it. Jammy doesn't exist there anymore. Okay? Jammy's just gone to sleep without permission. Doing that will do nothing. It says Jammy connected there, by the way. You see that? It says Jammy connected. General Jammy firmware. It doesn't even respond to button press. You see, that's an X. This is about as responsive as the guitar. See that delay? There was no indication the button actually worked when I pressed it. It just didn't even give you a loading GIF, nothing. And then when you're going, is it broken? I don't know what's happening, right? Then it just changes my, okay, so the first X, obviously they've coded that to be an accident. So maybe the second, see, it takes a double click on the X to close. And now you're left with a black screen of nothing. This is the Jammy app, ladies and gentlemen. All I can say is I've got to just close that app. Okay, we'll try again. I am so glad you're watching this in real time. It's exasperating. Connect Jammy. Make sure it's turned on and placed nearby. Jammy connected. Update Jammy's firmware. Continue. Connect to Jammy Wi-Fi and copy password. I don't know what the time limit is on this. It doesn't give you an indication. Okay, straight in there. Come on, Jammy. Come on, Jammy. You can do it, Jammy. Come on. Give me a Wi-Fi signal, Jammy. Come on, Jammy. You can do it. Come on, Jammy. Come on, Jammy. How often can you... There it is. 90 seconds or so. Incorrect password for Jammy. Paste. Join. Just joining Jammy. But is it really? Oh my God, I need to chat. Incorrect password for Jammy. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Join. Unable to join the Jammy network. Jammy 0974. Why would that be? Has it stopped being visible? Yep. Incorrect password equals failure. All right, which wasn't even incorrect. Let's do it again. Because that guitar is unplayable without some sort of update or sensitivity fixing, isn't it? Connect Jammy. Okay, connecting Jammy. Connecting Jammy. You see what's going on the screen? Now, update Jammy's firmware. The update will take up to 4 minutes. Get some new guitar sounds, cool songs, and software updates so your Jammy runs smoothly. It'd fucking work. It'd better fucking work. Now, this, I'm having problems. Maybe my brain is too small to understand what's happening. Jammy connected. Update Jammy's firmware. Connect to Jammy guitar in Wi-Fi settings. So what am I connected to here? Why doesn't it say Bluetooth? Jammy connected via Bluetooth. Now you need to connect by Wi-Fi as well. Why don't you just say something clear like that? 876, copy password, okay? Now, what's my time limit here before the Jammy connection runs out or the batteries in the Jammy run out? Before I fucking run out of, I fucking smash everything. You can see what's happened. So, incorrect password. You know what? I'm going to try and remove Jammy because that's, I know if I rang their customer service, they would tell me find out how to forget this network. Forget. Okay, that's exactly what their instructions will be. Forget that network. Okay, so if I choose this now, it should be a clean install, right? Paste. Join. Incorrect password. Of course it is. Wait, I want to delete it. No, it's disappeared. It's just disappeared. What? Cancel. Cog. Jammy firmware. Continue. See, even the copy password button is visible underneath. Like they haven't even coded this page properly. Continue. Connect to Jammy guitar in Wi-Fi settings. To install update, connect your Jammy's temporary hotspot in Wi-Fi settings and come back to the Jammy app. Why does it say on your smart device or something? So there's no confusion and ambiguity with everything. There's ambiguity. It says Jammy connected, right? That's ambiguous since it's telling you now how to connect. Don't you think that's ambiguous? These people are fucking morons. Very, very, very bad brains. Good idea. You got the technical people conceptually well done, but you got the wrong management in charge of a company. That's for fucking sure. Right. This exists. Good. I'm going to type it so you can see. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Or I could have just pressed paste, right? Please work. Please fucking connect Jammy. I'm not doing anything with the phone, by the way. There's nothing happening. It's just joining. It's trying to. Incorrect password for network Jammy. Am I in the wrong color? Right? Am I in the wrong setting here? Dismiss. I want a refund. I don't want to have to do this anymore. I'm so tired. Okay? This is a pain in the ass. A real guitar is more cumbersome, but it fucking works. This does not work. At all. And I'm still stuck on this screen. Jammy not connected. That's the first time I've seen that message. And it's written in threatening warning writing too. Why? Why is it not connected? Did I press the wrong thing here? Okay. Connect Jammy. Connecting Jammy. Make sure it's turned on. How likely is it you would recommend Jammy to a friend or colleague? How likely is it? Why did that restart? Replace all your staff. I may be calling for a refund by the end of the day. I will publish my unboxing video so you can see what your customers need to deal with. Where's the fucking return button? The return button work? Send. Send. Oh, it won't let me send if it's not likely. Or is that already registered as a send? It just doesn't say. Oh, successfully sended. Fuck. And now the Jammy says it's connected. And now the screen's gone black. Completely dead. Do you want it? Oh yeah, I'd highly recommend it. I'll give you a 10. Yeah, I love how it doesn't work. I love how nothing works. And yet you sold it for full price and made me wait 4 months for a shipment. All right. Thanks for testing me out like a guinea pig with your new fucking company that should be sued by everybody who fucking does business with you. All right, let's, how do I get rid of that fucking program? Okay. I need to sit down. I can't continue to make this video. Connect Jammy. Is it nearby? Yes, it fucking is. Connecting Jammy. There, you can see in Fate, Jammy connected. All right, let's fade it away before we get a chance to read it. Update Jammy's firmware. Continue. Connect to Jammy guitar in Wi-Fi settings. To install update, Connect to your Jammy's temporary hotspot in Wi-Fi settings and come back to the Jammy app. 1. Select the Jammy Wi-Fi hotspot. 2. Enter a password. Okay, none of that's interactive, okay? So I'm not doing anything wrong. There's nothing to do. The only thing I can do is cancel or copy password. There is no other option, okay? I'm going to choose copy password, okay? Then I'm going to follow the instructions to leave this because it won't, they haven't been able to program it to go back to the settings app. Then I'll go in here and then I will, I wonder how much battery life my iPad has to continue recording. My back's run out of batteries, I can tell you that. All right, here you go. Jammy. Paste. What are the odds? It'll work. Join. Currently in 4G, looking for a Wi-Fi signal. There's nothing wrong with this phone. It was connected to Wi-Fi a minute ago to my home network. Incorrect password for network Jammy 0974. Dismiss. Backspace. Failed to join Jammy, right? Password 8765432. Join. I've got to go to hospital in about an hour and a half. I can't stand around this. And then I've got to go to a gig where everyone will hear about this. Hopefully I'll get a chance to publish it before I leave. Fuck, my eyes are fucking hurting. Look, see, my fucking Mega Boom timed out because it didn't want to run out of batteries. Everything's draining, by the way, while this fucking Jammy. I'll turn all this off, power everything off. I need that so I can actually hear anything that comes out. Oh, but I can't because... Okay, Jammy. Still says it's there, right? Configure IP, automatic. Configure DNS, automatic. I don't know what the fuck all this is. Configure proxy, I don't know. Off, manual, automatic, I don't know. It's off. Join this network. Just all you simply have to do is write the password. Unless I'm mistaken, it was 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and what's that last digit? Oh yeah, 1. Join. Trying to stab myself with that. I'll try something else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Incorrect password. Jammy's still there though, loitering. So all I need to do is figure out the password for the Jammy, right? Jammy's still there in the refined list. It hasn't gone anywhere. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Join. I'll sit down, have a cigarette, and fucking try not to come back and smash that into a million pieces. Okay, so there's on playjammy.com, they've got a bunch of videos which basically work as a manual. And it just basically says to do what I've already been doing. Everything I've been doing is correct. I'm going to just go into that Play Jammy app one more time. Okay. I've been gone for about 10 minutes. Jammy's remained on. Remember my Mega Boom went to sleep. And I turned off my transmitter. So this is the same as a guitar lead, right? But it's wireless. Because I don't want a cable as well, because this whole thing's portable, right? Also, with the string tensioning, I watched a little video on that. You undo these with the screws and everything provided, and then this whole back section comes off. And inside here, you use the hex key. You can't do it with a little electric one because there's no way to get in there. You've got to use the right angle of the hex key they provide and just tighten them up. I'm not sure what tension they're supposed to be at. I think it doesn't matter. Just until it works. But I would say these things would be sensitive to tension, so you would expect it would matter. But from what I saw, there's no digital way for it to know what sensitivity they've been set to. But I'd say it really does matter at a guess for muting. I don't know. They seem already tight, these ones. These ones are loose, but these ones are tight, but muting barely works. So I'd say it probably is a broken prototype machine for guinea pigs. But the firmware does need to be updated. But why would they sell this to you with firmware that's not working properly? Okay, so connect Jammy, right? I'm going to do something that I did at the beginning, and I'm going to hold this button down for 5 seconds until this light goes dark blue, whatever it does. Okay, now it's gone to flashing dark blue. And now press connect Jammy. Okay, and remember those settings that I chose from earlier. The firmware update message doesn't come on instantly like it did before. I clicked that a few times and then eventually it comes up without warning. Continue. Copy password. That's exactly what it says. 87654321. And I'm just going to paste that in there exactly as their instructions suggest. Paste, join. Incorrect password for network Jammy. I'm about to have an MRI scan on my back. So standing up here and doing all this in front of you has been a fucking pain in my back. It's literally, really, really bad for me standing up like this for this long. I don't know what else I can do. I'm going to basically just cut this together as is and publish it. Hopefully they'll send me a reason why the password isn't working, even though it's copied directly from their fucking app. Okay? Yeah, and then I'll maybe publish a response video to this or just respond in the comments. So yeah, read the comment section. If you're not a comment reader, then I don't think you understand how YouTube works. It's a forum, okay? That's it. That's the Jammy guitar review. As for now, I'm gonna have to keep carrying a guitar around with me, which means I can't use my motorbike. So this has fucked me.